What's going on, guys? It's your boy Zachary McAllister here, and as I'm recording this, the second round of the 2020 NBA draft is wrapping up. So I thought, why don't I give you guys my top 5 best draft picks from the draft. Now, how I determine a good draft pick is I look at two factors. Firstly, the value for the draft pick. So, how good is the player relative to where they were selected in the draft? And secondly, long-term fit. So, how does the player fit into their lineup when accounting for the long-term franchise pieces? So, before we get into the video, I'd just like to say, if you do enjoy the video, please politely tap that like button. And if you are new around here, I'm on the road to 100 subs. I'm currently on 63 at the time of recording this. So literally every subscriber matters. So I'd appreciate if you dropped a sub. And without any further ado, the first draft pick I have to mention is Aleksej Pokusevski to the OKC Thunder. This is exactly the type of pick the Thunder should have made. Pokusevski is a high upside pick, and if he pans out, could be a huge building block for their rebuild. They weren't under any real pressure to hit on this pick, considering they basically own all the draft picks between now and 2026. He probably won't make a huge impact immediately, but he's definitely one for the future and should not be slept on. Next, I have Tyrell Terry to the Dallas Mavericks. Dallas are in the process of building a championship contender around Luka Doncic, and this pick will definitely help them do that. Terry is a player who's ready to contribute immediately, and his skill set is almost perfectly tailored to the modern NBA. Whether or not he starts immediately is still to be seen, but when he does, he will probably be a solid long-term NBA player. Next up, I have Saddiq Bey to the Detroit Pistons. With this pick, Detroit basically gets their Luke Kennard replacement. Bey is one of the best three-point shooters at the wing positions in the draft. He's a good defender and shows a lot of hustle on that end of the floor. He's also shown flashes as a playmaker. He should fit in nicely into their lineup and could be a long-term option for them. The fourth pick I'd like to mention is Killian Hayes to the Detroit Pistons. This is definitely a high upside pick, and you'd imagine the Pistons are selecting him to be a franchise player for them. He will probably get the keys to their offense, and he has the potential not only to shoulder that responsibility, but perform it to a high level. Fit is not really an issue, as the Pistons will likely trade Derrick Rose, and Hayes can play both guard positions. If you've watched my big board video, you'd know that I think very highly of Hayes, so I really love this pick for the Pistons. And finally, we have Tyrese Haliburton to the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Kings get the steal of the draft here. Haliburton was rumored to go as high as in the top 5, and the Kings managed to snag him at 12. In terms of value, it just doesn't get much better for the Kings, as I had him at 6 on my big board. Fit-wise, he could complement Fox nicely with his ability to play off the ball. He could also shoulder some of the playmaking load from Fox, especially when he's off the court. There's definitely a pathway to him becoming a long-term NBA player, and hopefully for Kings fans, most of that time will be in Sacramento. Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please politely tap that like button, and again, if you are new around here, consider subscribing down below. Also, put in the comments below who your favorite draft picks were. I'd love to see who you guys were eyeing in the draft. And until next time, it's been your boy, Zachary McAllister of ZMC Productions. Have a good day.